Gang, it's me, Jackie, and we live in a time where, we have states talking about banning HRT, which would necessarily might affect me, possibly. And, well, with the advent of Iraq shooting down a US helicopter, and the great Cheeto in Chief talking about sending us to war in the sandbox yet again, I have decided to talk about something a little lighter hearted, and that is how much of the cultural war grift has started invading all spaces of the internet, including that of, well, video gaming, unfortunately. Hi, I'm a girl. Anyways, so this legendary post from Smash JT on X, um, it is unnecessarily and intentionally signaling trans. They know what they were doing. Once you notice the bisexual lighting using or being used, you cannot unsee it. This is intentional. This I will not be gaslit. By the way, this is a picture of Halo or Campaign Evolved, which I think is a remake of yeah, it is a direct remake of Halo Combat Evolved, which is an old game. It's had a few upgrades. But the purple area is the planet Threshold. I think that's how you pronounce it. Which the largest planet the Alpha Halo's in, the first Halo. But I just love that this absolutely should be pointed out to the general audience here. That when your mind becomes so warped by the culture war viruses, especially that of the right, you start looking for anything to gaslight people, to grab people and say, "Oh my God, look what they're doing," even if it is a reference to the original game. Look at that. You see, same thing. Oh well, no, but the lighting engine. Get other criticisms you can point at the game other than, "Oh my God, look at this." It's so dumb. Smash, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself. Like, it's funny. Anyways, might be streaming later today. Look, if you're not following me on Twitch, you're not following the conversation. Follow me on Twitch, yada yada yada. I know this is an advertisement, but whatever. But yeah, I know, I find it fucking hilarious. It was the original artwork, wake the fuck up. He just had a complete crash out over this, and it's great. You know what? After seeing this post, I no longer think you're a grifter. I think you're generally just stupid. Just the amount of crash out because of this one stupid thing. Oh god, Halo has a bisexual colored planet. What do we do? We crash out on the internet, obviously. But that being said, guys, I do worry about where this is going. Like, I'm gonna be super honest with you. Wrong one. Wrong one. I want to be super honest with you. When it comes to all the infighting and stuff that's been going on lately, it gets a little bit old. If I'm freaking honest about it, like I see it all the time. I experience it a lot too. There are a lot of people out there that really this is their only recourse because this is what they've been programmed to by years of loneliness and sad. And it's a terrible dilemma that's been affecting everybody because of, well, this bullshit war we see ourselves in, this culture war. I know this is by no means me reaching over the aisle to a bunch of people or anything like that, but this is me pointing out that there's a lot of people out there that, because they've always been told that this is the boogeyman, they're always going to see that there is nothing but the boogeyman out there. And this is coming from me, of all people. Um, And they will continue to attack even communities that they once belonged to in order to justify the narrative that they have created for themselves about what's going on in the world. It is very dangerous and oftentimes disingenuous. I see this daily through my window into the real world, through the internet. I live such an isolated place that I don't really see people that often, and most people don't have a problem with me. I've never experienced, well, I have experienced transphobia in real life, but not to the degree that people online seem to think. I've also experienced a lot of things in real life that the internet doesn't seem to think I can. But that being said, their narratives are so ingrained in them, and there's just as many on both sides. I'm not saying one side's right or wrong. Obviously, I have told people this from the very beginning. I am very leftist on a lot of my policies. I tend to be a little bit more social leaning than conservative. But I am going to point out that there's a lot of things that we have done over the last 20 years, even, that has led to the detriment of humanity. And the truth of the matter is this is just an example of that. Anyways, I've been Jackie. Love you. Mean it, guys. Bye.